How's it going, everyone? Welcome to my channel. This is Rolling Cage Reacts. I'm Rolling Cajun, and y'all already know what time it is. Coming at y'all with another reaction video, and this is going to be Baby Metal. Everything you need to know about Baby Metal. Someone suggested this in the video comments, and I thought it would be fun to learn about Baby Metal. I've been learning a lot about BTS lately, a lot of the documentaries and stuff like that, and I truly enjoy learning about these bands. And I like these fan-made videos like this, which is super cool, a lot of fun to watch. Considering that this is 45 minutes long, there is no way I'm going to remember all this information, so I apologize later on down the road if I forget some of this, because this is just going to be a lot of information. There's no way I'm going to remember it all. Anyways, if you're new to this channel, consider subscribing, join the Cajun family, give the video a thumbs up while you're at it. Leave some comments if you feel like it. Let's get into this and let's check it out.
Hello, and welcome to everything you need to know about Baby Metal. I would like to start off by saying that if you want to see the actual slideshow for yourself, the link to it will be in the description below. Now, on to the basics. Baby Metal is a Japanese kawaii metal band, which is a subgenre of metal music that they invented. The name Baby Metal is stylized in all capital letters with no spaces between baby and metal. Baby Metal was formed in 2010 and have released 3 studio albums. The original members of the band consists of Su Metal, Moa Metal, and Ue Metal. They are also backed by a group of musicians known as the Kami Band for their live performances, but more about them later. First, let's learn about how they got started. Baby Metal started as a subunit of a J-pop group called Sakura Gakuin. The heavy music club was formed by Ki Kobayashi, more commonly known as Koba Metal. Baby Metal split from Sakura Gakuin in 2013 and continued on as an independent act. Let's learn a bit more about Sakura Gakuin. Sakura Gakuin is a Japanese idol girl group formed by a muse in 2010, that is themed around a school concept that is meant to prepare young girls for a career in the entertainment industry. The ages of the girls range between 10 and 15 years old, then the members graduate at age 15 and move on. Sakura Gakuin has released 10 albums in total, one for each year since its formation. Other groups in Sakura Gakuin include Mini Patty Cooking Club, Twinkle Stars Button Club, Sleepies, and several others. Unfortunately, Sakura Gakuin will disband in August 2021. Now let's go meet the members of Baby Metal.
はい、私たちベビーメタルはスーメタル、ユーメタル、モアメタルの3人グループです。スーメタルがボーカルを担当していて、私たちユーメタルとモアメタルがスクリーム&ダンスを担当しています。
First, we have Su Metal, full name Suzuka Nakamoto, born on December 20th, 1997 in Hiroshima, Japan. She is the tallest member of Baby Metal.
Sasuke Nakimoto. Did I say that right? Sasuke Nakamoto. That's a cool name. That's a very cool name. Birth date was in 1997. That's the year I graduated. I feel so old. Oh my God.
In Hiroshima, Japan. She is the tallest member of Baby Metal, standing at about 5'2". In 2002, Su won a contest to feature in several Jewel Drop commercials. In 2006, she was then admitted to Actors School Hiroshima, where she also performed with her sister Himika Nakamoto in a duo called Tween. In 2007, Su was signed by a Muse talent agency, then was placed in a trio called Karen Girls in 2008, which was formed to sing songs for the anime Zettai Karen children. In 2010, Su became...
That was for animes that she was singing for? That didn't look like an anime. Maybe they was just performing for it to put it into an anime. But that didn't look like an anime. He just said something about them, about her performing songs for an anime, but then it showed a performance of her itself. So, a little confused about that.
Became one of the founding members of Sakura Gakuin, where she was student council president and the lead vocalist in the Heavy Music Club, which released songs under the name Baby Metal. She was chosen for the lead vocal role at a young age due to her surprisingly strong vocals and unique stage presence.
She's got a strong voice. She's definitely got a strong voice. She gave me goosebumps already. Look at that. As soon as she came in and started singing, I had goosebumps. She's got a hell of a voice. She's got a voice on her for sure. Oh, wow. I like that costume or the outfit she's wearing. That's awesome. I love that type of stuff. I love these type of suits and stuff that they wear, the outfits or whatever you want to call them. That reminds me of stuff that you see in movies that you don't really see people. I mean, I don't. Maybe if I went to another country or something, this might be something normal. But I love it. I love how that looks. It looks like something that that they would wear in Mortal Kombat or something like that. It's awesome. Oh my God, they're so young in this one. Now I did Donkey Morning reaction, but I'm waiting to fight the copyright on it. I got a copyright claim I got to fight on it, so it's gonna be about a month before y'all get to see that. But I did do their very first video. It was super awesome. I've seen how young they are, and they look about that young here too. So yeah, it's going to be coming in about a month, maybe a little bit longer. I'm going to fight the copyright claim first before I release it, because I'm having issues with these record labels. They're putting a copyright claim on my video, and in order for me to make any money off of this channel and keep wanting to do this, I have to get monetization on the videos, which means that whenever you're watching my videos, when an ad pops up, that I get a little bit of money from that. I also get a little bit of money for every 1,000 views that each video gets. And what's happening is, when these record labels put their copyright claim on my video, and I dispute the claim, it's called escrow, where all the money that y'all are giving towards the channel is put into a little into a box or just held, and then and these companies want to reject the dispute, and when they reject the dispute, all the money that gathers up for the 30 days of that dispute, they get all of it from you. They take all my money. So I found out that if I keep the videos private and I fight this, they can't take any money from me, because y'all aren't seeing it and y'all aren't giving any money towards the channel with the ads and all that stuff. So they've been taking all my money, all these record labels. So what I figured out that I could do is I just do it in private. I fight them in private. They just go ahead and take their copyright claims off, because they can't get anything from it. And then after I fight it all and I get all that off, then I release it. And that's what I'm doing. This reminds me of the Donkey Morning. I think that's how you say that, Donkey Morning. I'm not 100% sure, but they look real young right here, and that reminds me of what they look like in when they were real young. They're so cute. Ooh, that double bass.
Sue graduated from Sakura Gakuin in 2013, but continued on as the lead vocalist of BABYMETAL regardless. On BABYMETAL's first 2 albums, Sue Metal has 4 solo songs that are performed without Moa Metal and Yui Metal. These songs are titled Akatsuki, Rondo of Nightmare, Amore, and No Rain No Rainbow. Sue Metal is well known for her commanding stage presence, great crowd control, and intense death glares.
Oh, I bet.
I mean, seriously, if looks could kill, we'd all be dead, lol.
I believe that. Ooh, I like that beat. Oh, I like that.
Despite her...
That almost reminds me of the Knight Rider theme. Y'all remember Knight Rider from way back in the day? 1980s? I think it was, 80s? The Knight Rider? That beat right there kind of sounded like the Knight Rider theme. It has that feel to it.
Despite her
like that.
powerful nature on stage, she is a very sweet humble girl when not in full metal mode.
Yeah, I bet. That's funny.
Sue is always very professional and composed in interviews, in which she usually does the bulk of the talking.
まずベビーメタルというジャンルについてなんですけど、私たちは可愛いキュートとメタルを融合した新しいジャンルベビーメタルというジャンルを作るべく活動をしています。なので衣装だったりとか音楽も可愛い要素とかっこいい要素がたくさん詰まったまた新しいジャンルを作っています。
We are very honored. At first, we are very nervous, but after a few songs, the audience react to our singing and dancing. They are doing the folk sign and singing along. It was great.
そうですね。やっぱりベビーメタルの歌詞は結構私たちとか女の子が共感できる歌詞がたくさん込められていて、だから私たちも歌っていてすごく歌いやすいし、あとはそういう意味でもメタルとかを知らない女の子とかにもたくさん聴いてもらえる。
That's the thing is, a lot of people think that that metal's so crazy and that it's all screaming and all this other crazy stuff, but there's all different types of metal, and they created their own metal, which is awesome. So I like how they want to inspire other girls to listen to metal. That's cool. I like that. I like that about them.
We appreciate everyone for supporting Baby Metal. We are very excited for our 10th year. And please check out our best album and online events coming up soon.
Oh my God. She sounded so Southern. I swear she's been watching too many cowboy movies. She got a Southern accent like somebody in Texas or down here in the South. I cannot believe that she's talking like that. That is so cool.
For supporting Baby Metal, we are very excited for our 10th year. And please check out our best album and online events coming up soon.
Oh my God.
Sue has worked very hard on improving her English, not just for interviews, but for several songs in which she sings in.
She got that Southern accent down. I don't know, maybe the accent's a little bit more north. A little bit more north, maybe. Like Yankee territories. I don't know how she's doing it. But she's got a good little accent going on there when she's learning her English. That's funny. That is so much fun.
In English as well, such as The One and Elevator Girl, both of which have versions completely in English. She can also be seen addressing foreign crowds in their native languages as well. Sue had to learn how to rap specifically for the song BMC, where she said she had to, quote, find her flow. Also, she has been crucified on stage on 4 separate occasions. Seriously, like they actually crucified their lead vocalist several times.
Wow, that's awesome. Oh, yeah. Love it.
Next, we have Yui Metal, full name Yui Mizuno, born on June 20, 1999 in Kawasaki City, Japan. Yui is slightly taller than Moa Metal, but also slightly shorter than Sue Metal, standing at about 5'1". Yui joined dance classes at a very young age, then was signed by Amuse at the age of 11. In 2010, she joined Sakura Gakuin as a member of Mini Patty, Twinkle Stars, and Baby Metal. Yui has stated that Su-Metal's former group Karen Girls was an inspiration for her and that she had dreamed of joining the group, because their music helped her endure the life-threatening illness of a family member. She was chosen for BABYMETAL because of her short stature, twin-like appearance with BABYMETAL, and her compatible voice with Su-Metal. Yui graduated from Sakura Gakuin in 2015 alongside Moa. Yui's defining physical trait would be her cute chubby cheeks, which can be used to pick her out. Her favorite food is tomatoes, and she prefers to eat them whole.
And it says that your favorite...
I like tomatoes too. Now, I've never eaten one whole because I like to put a little bit of salt and pepper on my tomatoes when I eat them. I cut them up into slices, and I sprinkle a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper on them. Not a lot, but I don't mind tomatoes, just regular tomato with nothing else on it, but I really, really like tomatoes with a little bit of salt and pepper on them. So I eat it a little bit different, but I love some tomatoes. I like this girl. I like her dimples. Gorgeous smile.
food is tomatoes.
True.
True. And tomatoes. Do you like eating tomatoes, like just chomping into them like eating an apple, or do you just like tomatoes on things?
あ、それかじって生で。
Yeah, eating it just like that.
姉ちゃんめっちゃ食べるの上手なんですよ、生の。
She has stated she would, quote, want to eat tomatoes even when the world is ending. Yui loves to stargaze and often looks at the stars during commutes. She has also stated that she enjoys reading books about constellations and that she wants to go to space. Yui is considered the best dancer in BABYMETAL.
ゆいの趣味はダンスです。お姉ちゃんたちと比べたらすごくちっちゃいんですけど、ダンスだったら誰にも負けません。
This has earned her the nicknames Angel of Dance and Yui Bot, due to her precise dancing on stage as well as her lag, which refers to her tendency to drift off and react slowly to things happening around her.
Can you show us the fox sign? This way? There it is, the fox sign.
That's
are your
funny.
typical
She's a little
fans
slower.
and what do they look
I
like?
love it.
国によっていろいろなファンの人がいたりとか、本当にお年寄りの方から子供の方まで、そして男性女性アイドルファンメタルファン全然関係なくいろんなジャンルが好きな方がいて、そんなことも
That's what happens when you're in a band like that. You're non-stop, 18, 16, 18 hours a day. You don't get very much sleep. Shoot, I know plenty of people who's been in bands. I know what that's like. I mean, I've never actually experienced it myself, but I've talked to a lot of people who have, and it's a hard life. You don't get much sleep when you're in a band.
気づかないぐらい神が降臨。そんなことも気づかないぐらい神が降臨。
Despite her strong nature on stage, she is very shy and timid, and usually only speaks in interviews when directly spoken to. She will, however, just stare directly into your soul instead. Yui performed Karen Girl's song Over the Future with BABYMETAL and Su-Metal at the Legend D show, which Yui has stated was a dream come true. Yui Metal and BABYMETAL also danced to a Karen Girls song together for their entrance exam into Sakura Gakuin. She has also done various solo performances for special shows around her birthday, such as performing Chokoto Love at the Legend 1999 show and taking the lead vocal role for Headbanger on her 15th birthday. And last but certainly not least, we have BABYMETAL, full name Moa Kikuchi, born on July 4, 1999 in Nagoya, Japan. Moa is the shortest member of BABYMETAL, standing at just 5 feet tall. In 2007, Moa won a contest held by Amuse at the age of 8 and was signed to the company. She then joined Sakura Gakuin when she was 11 years old, being a member of Mini Patty, Twinkle Stars, and BABYMETAL. In 2015, BABYMETAL was elected student council president and then graduated at the end of that year. She was selected for Baby Metal because of her short stature, twin-like appearance with UE Metal, and her compatible voice with Sue Metal. Moa has prominent dimples and a glowing smile.
Oh yeah, I seen them dimples.
If you're a newer fan of Baby Metal,
Love that.
and you're still trying to learn which members are which, if you're looking for Moa, just look for the dimples. You can't miss them. Moa loves food, and she'll make sure you know it, as she often somehow brings up food in interviews.
アメリカで好きな食べ物はピザとハンバーグとお肉といっぱいあるんですけど
What are you looking forward to on this tour of America?
はい、アメリカのまず最初に楽しみなのはアメリカの食べ物です。
She is often called Angel of Love by fans due to her tendency to spread love and positivity to everyone around her.
What do you think makes people love Baby Metal so much?
You're asking me?
I'm asking you, what do you think?
I want to know myself.
Yeah.
But I love everyone and I hope we can continue to get love and support.
Moa is also very good with audience interaction, especially with younger women in the crowd. She can also play the guitar a bit, but has admitted she doesn't practice it as much as she probably should. Moa has developed a habit of staring at people's hair during interviews, especially Sue Metal's hair, or just Sue in general.
That's funny.
気がついて、なんか余計にそれがまた嬉しくなりましたね。私たちがまあずっと活動をしているな。
She also loves to have fun, and can be seen participating in all sorts of shenanigans on stage. She has done various special solo performances, usually on shows based around her birthday, such as performing Love Machine at the Legend 1999 show, playing the acoustic guitar part for Shine at the Legend M show, and taking over the lead vocals for Headbanger on various occasions. We also have the Baby Metal subgroup, known as Black Baby Metal, which is when Moa Metal and UE Metal perform without Sue Metal. There are 4 Black Baby Metal songs, titled Sis Anger, GJ, For No Utah, and Onadari Daisakasan. Though it has never been confirmed, some believe the black part refers to the videos played before their songs. In the videos, UE Metal and Moa Metal are trapped and changed into wicked characters. Others believe this may be referencing the genre black metal, which is another subgenre of heavy metal music. UE and Moa wrote the lyrics for No Utah themselves while on their tour bus between shows. Black Baby Metal songs have been described by Moa Metal as trying to make society better.
はい、ブラックベビーメタルは U メタルとモアメタルの2人のグループのことなんですけど、今回の新しいアルバムではラップメタルとかブラックメタルという新しいジャンルに挑戦して世直し活動をしています。
Now, we have the person behind this whole operation, the mastermind of Baby Metal, Koba Metal, full name Kikobayashi. Koba wanted to experiment with combining J-pop and metal music, as he stated that metal is only getting older and older, and his plan was to produce something totally new that would help revive the metal scene and give it a much-needed jolt of youth. At the Karen Girls' farewell concert, Koba was taken back by Suzuka Nakamoto's strong vocals and stage presence, and got the idea to have her be the front of his new pop metal fusion band, as she was a strong enough performer that she wouldn't get overpowered by a metal band on stage. Koba stated that the specific trio of Sue Metal, UE Metal, and Moa Metal were the perfect combination, stating, "When I first heard Sue Metal sing, there's not that many singers that sing the way she does, it was very direct to me, and metal bands don't usually have any dance aspect, so I thought it would be interesting to add that to the new future of metal, hence I selected UE Metal and MOA Metal to be the twin factor in the choreography. When Baby Metal was originally formed, the girls had never heard metal music. When showed metal videos, they initially found them to be scary and were shocked at the music they had began working on.
そうですね、最初メタルを知った頃はメタルってすごく速いしなんか激しいし怖い音楽だなっていうふうに思ってたんですけど、でも今思うことはメタルってすごく心に打つもの、心に響くものがある音楽だなっていうふうに。
It wasn't until they seen Metallica perform live that they began to love and respect the metal genre. Now, let's learn about the musicians that perform at Baby Metal's live shows, called the Kami Band. The Kami Band is a session band made up of many different members who perform at Baby Metal shows. They first began performing with Baby Metal in 2012. Side note, but anytime you see those guys dressed in skeleton costumes playing instruments at Baby Metal concerts, that is not an actual band. Those guys are referred to as Baby Bones, and they were there to pretend playing the instruments as a visual effect, while the music just played on a track, since Baby Metal could not always afford a full band early on. Kami Band has consisted of a rotating lineup of different musicians since its debut. The most consistent members of the band include There have been several others who have played with them as well, those are just the most notable ones. The Kami Band was often seen in white robes and corpse paint, depicting Japanese spirits. However, in recent years, they have changed costumes and began wearing masks due to the addition of the Western Kami Band that tours with Baby Metal for their shows out west. Some of the members of the Western Kami Band include Chris Kelly, Clint Tustin, and CJ Massiantonio from Galactic Empire, and drummer Anthony Barone from Shadow of Intent. All the Kami Band members have their own jobs and side projects in addition to Baby Metal, such as Carry Band, which is a jazz fusion band consisting of a few of the OG Kami Band members. Unfortunately, 2017 ended on a tragic note, when December 30th, 2017, lead guitarist Mikio Fujioka fell from a high observation deck while stargazing, and was severely injured.
Oh man.
He passed away on January 5, 2018 as a result of his injuries at the young age of 36 years old. Mikio's custom ESP snapper guitar was given to his former student Takayoshi Omura by his wife. Also, it should be noted that the Kami Band aren't necessarily the ones recording the studio tracks, as they are not technically part of Baby Metal. However, Lita Cygnus has been credited for writing the guitar and bass parts for a few of Baby Metal's songs. It is now time to discuss some of the lore behind Baby Metal, starting with the Fox God.
はい、フォックスゴッドとは私たちにとって私たちがいつもライブだったりとかいろんな活動をするためのお告げをくれる方なんですけど、私たちは実際にお会いしたことがないのでどういう方なのかよくわからないんですけど、でも私たちはいつもフォックスゴッドのおかげで、日本以外でも海外だったりとかいろんなところでライブをすることができています。
The Fox God also summons the Kami Band to come forth and play at their shows. The hand signals you always see the girls making is meant to symbolize the Fox God, rather than using the traditional metal devil horns hand gesture often seen used by other metal bands.
このサインは私たちベビーメタルを象徴しているサインです。ライブで直接サインをしてくださるお客さんを見ると私たちもとっても嬉しいし、このサインをしてればきっとライブも楽しめると思います。
You will see Fox symbolism in some way, shape, or form at nearly every Baby Metal performance. Anytime the girls have a question they can't or don't want to answer in interview settings, they will simply respond with
Only the fox got knows. Only the fox got knows. Only the fox got knows.
This was especially helpful early on as the girls had limited English speaking skills, And they could also use the fox god to shroud themselves in mystery to maintain privacy.
That's awesome.
The BABYMETAL fan base is referred to as The One, and the song titled The One is a tribute song to their fans. When they introduce themselves, they say BABYMETAL death as a play on the Japanese word des, which is how someone would introduce themselves in Japanese, by simply mispronouncing sumetal des, by saying sumetal death. They have a cute and metal way of introducing themselves.
スーメタルです。
ユーメタルです。モアメタルです。
We are BABYMETAL.
This also ties in with the song BABYMETAL Death, which was a song they often used to open their concerts, as an exciting way to introduce themselves to the fans at the beginning of a show. There is also some lore based around a legendary corset referring to the neck brace depicted in the Headbanger music video. It is a recurring item that you will see pop up all over the place, especially at their live shows. This is also a tribute to Japanese metal band X Japan, where drummer Yoshiki injured his neck headbanging. There is a lot of lore based around Light and Dark, the Chosen Seven, and the Metal Galaxy, which will be discussed later. Now we will discuss how BABYMETAL rose up from a small subunit of Sakura Gakuin to the international sensation they are today. BABYMETAL's first single, titled Doki Doki Morning, originally appeared on Sakura Gakuin's debut
That was a
album.
good one.
This song was recorded when
Can't wait till they
Sumetal was
release
just
that
12
show.
years old and Moa Metal and UE Metal were just 11 years old. BABYMETAL's first CD single was a collaboration with the band Kiba of Akiba, released in March 2012. They then released several singles in Headbanger, Ijime Dame Zetai, and Megitsune in 2012 and 2013. On February 26, 2014, BABYMETAL released its first self-titled album, which featured 13 tracks. The official music video for Gimme Chocolate went viral on YouTube in 2014, leading to many people discovering BABYMETAL for the first time around the world. In March 2014,
That's awesome. Sadly, I never discovered them. Not until someone told me to check them out. I can't believe that I've just never heard of this band before, and they've been out for so long. I guess I've been sheltered for too long. I haven't been really searching for new songs for a long time, or new bands or anything like that. So I'm way behind in times. It's crazy that I've never heard of them before.
BABYMETAL performed 2 back-to-back shows at the world-famous Budokan venue, becoming the youngest female act to perform a show there at the average age of 14.7. At the end of their March 2nd Budokan show, they also announced their first world tour, initially performing in Paris and Cologne. UK's Sony Sphere Festival was subsequently added to the tour, after being formally invited to play following a successful fan-driven campaign entitled BABYMETAL for Sony Sphere UK 2014. Sony Sphere 2014 would go on to become one of the most important performances in the band's history. This show was really the first time they had performed on a big stage outside of Japan. Many fans recognize this performance as the moment that BABYMETAL was legitimized on a worldwide stage.
はい、今年私が一番思い出に残っていることは、7月にイギリスでソニースフィアに出させていただいたことです。その時5万人っていうたくさんの方の前で、ライブを行って、私たちが今までライブした会場の中では最大の場所で、しかもメタルフェスで、海外のメタルフェスに出演させていただくのがソニースフィアが初めてだったので、最初はメタル好きの方に受け入れてもらえるのかなとかすごく不安な気持ちでいっぱいだったんですけど、いざライブが始まったら皆さん盛り上がってくださって、でメタルの好きな方にも受け入れられたんだBABYMETALってと思って、すごく嬉しくて自信につながりました。
Sue, Moa, and Yui were worried the crowd would not accept them and were very nervous to go out and perform, as UK festival crowds are known to be quite rowdy and aren't particularly kind to acts they don't like or know well. From their view backstage while peeking around the corner, it appeared that nobody came to see them. They were discouraged, but they figured that at least a few hardcore fans had to have traveled to see them and decided they'd go out and try their best anyways, and were shocked to see a massive crowd of at least 50,000 metalheads out there that they couldn't see from the back due to the angle they were looking from. A confused crowd was quickly convinced that this band was no joke and much more than just a meme, and by the end of their 30-minute set, they had the whole crowd singing and chanting along, all doing the fox sign, and they were all chanting
That's
"We
awesome.
want more" as the girls were walking off stage. This brings us to their next phase. During BABYMETAL's headlining shows at Yokohama Arena in December 2015, they announced a second studio album to be released on April 1, 2016, as well as a world tour starting in London at the Wembley Arena, and concluding in Japan with a debut at the Tokyo Dome. The second album would be titled Metal Resistance.
はい、いろんなジャンルに今回のアルバムはいろんなジャンルに挑戦してというとベビーメタルを象徴するものだったなって私たちは考えてるんですけど、だから前回のアルバムは私たちの名刺代わりっていう風に呼んでるんですけど、今回のアルバムは私たちの成長過程が本当に見ていただけるものなんじゃないかなって思っています。いろんなことに挑戦して身長とか声も成長して私たちの成長がたくさん詰まっているものなので、そうやって言っていただけてとても嬉しいです。
On April 5, 2016, BABYMETAL made their US television debut, performing Gimme Chocolate on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert.
That's awesome.
I'm not sure what I'm about to see. But I'm pretty excited about it. Here to perform Gimme Chocolate, please welcome BABYMETAL.
On July 18th, they made a special appearance at the APMAs where they performed Karate before being joined on stage by Judas Priest frontman Rob Halford, who they then performed Painkiller and Breaking the Law with. They ended their 2016 world tour with 2 back-to-back shows at the Tokyo Dome, with both nights sold out at approximately 55,000 people attending each night.
Wow.
In 2017, BABYMETAL supported various bands on several world tours. These bands included Metallica, Guns N' Roses, Red Hot Chili Peppers, and Korn. Afterwards, they commenced their 5 Fox Festival tour in Japan. Nobody knew it at the time, but the 5 Fox Festival shows would be the last time BABYMETAL performed as its original trio. Just prior to the 2 Legend S Baptism XX shows that were meant to be a celebration for Sue Metal's 20th birthday in her hometown of Hiroshima, it was announced that UE Metal was, quote, not feeling well and doctors have suggested that it is in her best interest to not perform over these 2 days. They considered cancelling the shows but decided they would continue on with the Legend S shows as just the duo of Sue Metal and Moa Metal for the first time. The Legend S shows would also be the last performances for Mikio Fujioka before his untimely passing. BABYMETAL was about to embark on their 2018 world tour and no announcements had been made about UE's status. Most fans assumed that the lack of news meant business as usual and that UE would be back with the band for the tour. The group kicked off their US tour in Kansas City, but much to everyone's surprise, UE Metal was not with the band. The choreography had been completely reworked for Sue and Moa to be in the center, with various backup dancers off to the side. Moa had also begun to sing UE's parts in their songs. It was announced after this show that UE Metal would not be taking part in the US leg of the world tour. Later on in 2018, on October 19th, Amuse put out a statement that reads, UE Metal had expressed her desire to return performing with the group in the following months after last December's performance, due to health concerns. During her absence, both Sue Metal and Moa Metal as well as the entire staff team had been preparing for her awaited return. However, UE Metal came to a decision that she will not be performing on the BABYMETAL World Tour in Japan and that she will no longer be a part of BABYMETAL.
That sucks.
We thank her for all of her contributions and wish her all the best in her future endeavors. UE also put out a statement of her own, apologizing to the fans, explaining her desire to perform but inability to do so, and that she hopes to one day return and pursue her dreams on her own as a solo act. On the same day that UE's departure was announced, a new single released called Starlight, which many fans believe is a tribute song to Mikio Fujioka and possibly UE Metal as well. Sue and Moa both went on to discuss the difficulties they had faced on adjusting to performing without UE. Baby Metal fans had already reacted poorly to UE missing the Legend-S shows and continued to express their discontent during the US World Tour, as nobody knew what was going on and why UE wasn't there. Sue went on to say that these first shows without UE were the only time she has ever felt scared to go perform at one of their own shows, as Sue and Moa were worried that they wouldn't be accepted without UE, and were concerned fans would boo them, or throw things at them on stage as well. Sue stated, quote, "In the past, 1 + 1 + 1 always resulted in 100, but no matter how hard we try, 2 people will be 2, no matter what." Despite that, Sue and Moa decided they would give it their all and continue on as Baby Metal. As sad as UE's departure was, we must keep looking forward. On April 1, 2018, Baby Metal posted a mysterious video on their YouTube channel. In the video, it is explained that a dark side of Baby Metal exists, with 7 metal spirits, and that a new era is about to begin. Later, they posted another cryptic message on Twitter and Instagram, stating that, quote, "No one will know who, when, where, or how, the Chosen 7 will be presented, only the Fox God knows." Over the next week, they posted a series of cryptic images onto their Instagram story, labeled 1 through 7, and displaying mysterious, black and white imagery in anticipation of the tour and the Chosen 7. On May 8, 2018, the Distortion music video was released featuring imagery depicting the Chosen 7. In October, Baby Metal released a graphic novel, titled Apocrypha, The Legend of Baby Metal, which depicted the fictional tale on how Baby Metal came to be, featuring the legend of the 3 as they traveled through different time periods to combat evil. The first foray into the dark side of Baby Metal would be at their Dark Night Carnival show, which was their first show since UE Metal officially left the group. The show was heavily themed around the Chosen 7 lore, as Sue and Moa were joined on stage by 5 backup dancers. While the Legend-S show was meant to symbolize light, Dark Night Carnival was meant to symbolize the dark. Their traditional red and black tutus were gone in favor of a more mature, dark look, completely overhauling the traditional Baby Metal aesthetic. An unknown dimension called the Metal Galaxy. And the weaving of light and darkness, the Metal Galaxy, creates the space in which the Chosen 7 can reveal itself. One of the backup dancers for this show was Saya Hirai, who was temporarily used in UE's old spot for several shows in Southeast Asia and Australia. She did not sing UE's parts, just filled in the choreography. We are now officially in the next era of Baby Metal. On April 1, 2019, Baby Metal announced on Twitter that they would be releasing their 3rd album later that year. The album's name would be Metal Galaxy.
だからこのアルバムは、ある意味メタルの未来を作る第一歩だと思ってるし、本当にこのアルバムが私たちのこれからのこういう風に進んでいくんだっていう音楽の提示だとも思っているので、その中でフューチャーメタルってすごく大切な曲で、だからアルバムの最初に来る曲になってます。
This album would tie into.
That's a really hard thing to move on when you lose somebody out of your band like that, especially somebody that's been there for so long. This was 2018 or 19 when all this happened, so they had already been together for like 8 years or something. And then for to lose one of your members like that, that's hard. I can see that was extremely hard for them to get through that. But it's awesome that they decided that they were going to just keep on going and go on without her. I'm really excited to see more stuff about this band and check out all the different music because, hey, this is a hell of a story. This is a hell of a story, and I'm glad they kept going. I'm glad they kept going because it's gonna be really good for them. But they've been going for 2 more years because this is 2019. It's talking about right here. So actually 3 years. Well, I don't know. We just started 2021, so it's really just 2 years still. But that's awesome. That's pretty awesome that they went ahead and they kept going.
to all the light and dark stuff that BABYMETAL had recently delved into. They also revealed plans for their first arena concert in the US at the Forum in Los Angeles, California, set for October 11, 2019. However, before those shows took place, 2 other shows were announced for June and July of 2019. These shows were BABYMETAL Awakens the Sun Also Rises, and BABYMETAL Arises Beyond the Moon. The second show, Beyond the Moon, would also be known as Legend M to celebrate Moa's 20th birthday and coming of age. At the first show, Awakens the Sun Also Rises, it was announced that a cast of 3 dancers would be filling in UE Metal's old spot. This rotating cast of dancers would be known as the Avengers.
And to support Super Metal and More Metal, 3 brave Avengers were summoned by the Fox God. Today, one out of these 3 chosen dancers will be selected. But who will be summoned is something only the Fox God knows.
The Avengers are chosen by the Fox God and are selected at random for each performance. They don't sing, they just dance in the 3rd spot. They aren't technically considered true members of BABYMETAL, as only Su-Metal and Moa Metal are advertised and promoted as BABYMETAL. The names of the 3 new dancers were never announced, but fans at the first shows were able to identify who the girls were. The Avengers include Riho Sayase, Kano Fujihira, and Momoko Okazaki. Let's meet the 3 Avengers. First we have Riho Sayase, who was born on May 28, 1998 in Hiroshima, Japan. Riho stands at about 5 foot 1 inch tall and she is well known for being a very talented and charismatic performer and a great dancer. She was also a student at Actors School Hiroshima at the same time Su-Metal was. Riho was considered Su's rival, as the 2 were constantly competing for the top spot of the class. She is a former 9th generation member of the J-pop group Morning Musume, in which she was considered the absolute ace for several years. On October 29, 2015, it was announced that Riho will graduate from Morning Musume on December 31 during the annual Hello Project Countdown Live. Riho took an over 3-year hiatus, during which she traveled to New York to study dance and English from 2016 to 2018 before reappearing to the public in March 2019 at the Hello Project 20th Anniversary Show. On September 3, 2020, Riho announced that she has signed to Japan Music Entertainment and has been appearing in musicals and a TV show. Because of this, it is unknown if she will continue to perform as a backup dancer for BABYMETAL in the future due to her other commitments. Next, we have Kano Fujihira, who was born on August 28, 2004, and stands at about 5 foot 1 inch tall. Kano was student council president at Sakura Gakuin and was set to graduate on May 29, 2020, but it was postponed to August 30 due to the COVID-19 pandemic. She is currently a member of a new Amuse group, called At 15. Kano is also a former member of Sakura Gakuin subunit Sleepies. She appears as the Avenger in the Papaya, Elevator Girl, and Shanti 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 music videos. Due to her commitments to At 15 and various other projects, it is also unknown if Kano will continue to perform as one of the Avengers in the future. Finally, we have Momoko Okazaki, who was born on March 3, 2003 in Kanagawa, Japan. Momoko stands at about 5 foot 2 inches, or just slightly shorter than Su-Metal. Momoko joined Amuse in 2014, and in 2015 she was a Sakura Gakuin transfer student during the Sakura Gakuin Nendo transfer ceremony. She eventually graduated from Sakura Gakuin in 2018. After graduation, Momoko left Amuse to study abroad, appearing as a model as well as appearing in some musicals and movies. She eventually returned in 2019 as one of the Avengers. A few years ago, when asked what she wanted to be in the future, Momoko stated that she loved to dance and dreamt of being a backup dancer for a big artist, which she is obviously now doing. In the few performances BABYMETAL has done since the beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic, Momoko has been the Avenger for everyone. It would appear for the near future that she will be the only one performing in the third spot, but only the Fox God knows. Now we are on to the most recent BABYMETAL news as of the making of this video. On October 20, 2020, BABYMETAL featured as a guest artist on Bring Me the Horizons EP, post-human survival horror, on the song Kingslayer. BABYMETAL's relationship with Bring Me the Horizon goes back years.
We thought we'd get BABYMETAL on one of our tracks just because we've got kind of like a cool relationship with those guys. I think maybe like 5 years ago we met them for the first time, and then they took us on tour last year in Japan, and it was just like the biggest fucking shows ever. And honestly, I think like their enthusiasm for our band has kind of got us bigger over there, because like last time we went there, like shit just seemed to start to feel like big. We just kind of wanted to like celebrate our connection by having them on a song.
Sue and Moa also appeared in Corey Taylor's CMFT Must Be Stopped music video. They then revealed on social media that they would be celebrating their 10th anniversary with the release of a greatest hits album entitled 10 BABYMETAL Years, on December 23, 2020. Near the end of 2020, BABYMETAL also announced on social media that they would be doing 10 shows at Budokan in the beginning of 2021. These 10 shows will mark the final chapter of the metal resistance. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, various policies will be in place to prevent the spread of the coronavirus infection and ensure the safety of the attendees. Fans will be given limited edition savior masks to wear at the shows. As of the making of this video, the first 2 Budokan shows have just happened, but it is unsure if all these shows will even happen anytime soon. They could get rescheduled at any point, as the pandemic has made it difficult to plan anything, especially live events. With that being said, thank you for watching this video. I hope you found this entertaining and informative. Remember to always stay safe, and stay metal.
I gotta like that video real quick. That was awesome. That was a lot of really cool information. Thank y'all for sharing that. Whoever shared that, thank you very much. I don't remember who it was. Someone in the comment section of one of the other videos told me I should check it out. So there it is. That was awesome. It was a lot of good information. I learned a lot. Like I said, I probably won't remember all of it. I still need to try to focus on learning their names. I do know that from this time on, Sue and Moa are the only 2 left. The other one, I done forgot her name, Yui. Yeah, Yui is the one that got sick. So I did. At least I learned their names, and I think I learned who they are on the stage. Sue's the tallest one, and Moa's got the dimples, the cute dimples. So that should be pretty easy to identify them on the stage. And then the new dancer, I don't forgot her name, but I'll probably come back to this video later whenever I get to some of the newer stuff, so I can remember who she was. The main thing I wanted to learn is just their names and kind of match their faces with their names and all that. And this video really helped me with that. So thank y'all so much for sharing it. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. Join the Cajun family. Give the video a thumbs up while you're at it. Until next time, everyone, we will see y'all in the next video.